All right, so you guys all descend down. It's a bit weird for Witch Stalker, but Witch Stalker ain't no bitch. And he leaps down.
It's true, because he's not.
He's not. He's a he. You guys are now all in here. I will ask just as a general thing. I'm not asking you guys to like put yourselves exactly where you are on the map. If we assume that the ladder is in the center of the room, somewhere here. A little X, I guess.
I'm not even gonna adjust anything because you're gonna zoom us over there, aren't you?
I don't know where the exact center is. I'm assuming by my eyesight it is there. No, I'm not gonna force you to zoom over there. I'm not gonna ask you like, well, where exactly are you on the map? If I do ask that, it means I'm trying to assassinate you, by the way. Or I'm just trying to fuck with you.
Or both at the same time.
Yeah, it could be both. That's the mind games. But, yeah. I'm just wondering, are you guys looking around as a group or as your own individual person? Are you... If you want to stay next to a specific person, type it in the chat. But, yeah, so what's the group doing? Are you guys investigating? Are you guys trying to look for a way out or down?
I can do some investigating.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and I think we should stay within each other's light.
I'm going to stick around.
We could do
like a lantern daisy chain.
Okay. So you guys all are within immediate
visual range.
Light proximity, visual range, yeah. If you guys are doing a daisy chain, I'm just going to assume it's the same order as this.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, and some of you want to look around, yes? Well, before you guys even do any rolls, I will tell you what you guys see as you guys look into the walls and to the corners and such. There's nothing special about the corners, but... At the cardinal directions, farmost out, hitting the wall from the ladder, so basically, you know, here, and you know, here, and here, here. There are doorways. Not doors, not even another side to it, just doorways, arches, square
portals.
That would be a fair assumption, and it's such is the way. It looks something, yeah, like a Shinto shrine sort of doorway, you know, it's like boop, boop, and left, right, and then larger top bit. Not only that, though, there is something on the walls themselves. Not a bunch of blow dart holes or anything like that. If so, then you guys would be fucked. It's a mural of some sort. Painting.
Can we decipher a story through it?
Post and lentil. Good to know. It'd be just easier just to tell you the story, but that would be literally way too easy. It starts. Let me check me notes. Check my notes.
It all starts with the chicken and an egg. They still can't
Shimmer me tin.
first.
The egg came first. It starts, or it completes its loop. It's like a, you know, it's a looping. Well, I guess not a looping story because I'm why history repeats itself. But the chain of events starts at the down, the southern, we'll say. It's not actually in the southern direction, but the southernmost doorway to the left of it. And it basically curves clockwise from there. So it ends on the other side of that doorway. It depicts a large group of people. And then from there, it shows them fighting another group of people. From there, it shows them... how to say... So again, it'd be just so much easier just to tell you the story. That'd be too easy. It shows them calling forth other types of things. One depiction of it shows that they spawn a a big gnarled tree. One depiction of it shows them sacrificing one of the people that they were just fighting to do this. Another depiction shows them calling forth, and it shows this portal. That sort of stereotypical, rift, sort of ovaline portal thing, and it shows a being stepping through with this large, wide, wicked-looking, smiling face. From there, it shows them alone, except with gnarled tree, with the sacrificer dangling from it, and the smiling, wicked, smiling face. And it shows that, the other group they're facing against sort of not entirely wiped out, but sort of fleeing from them. These are sort of really magic, sort of something along the lines of Aztec sculpture. Is a sculpture? Wall carvings. So along those lines. Combined with a bit of more rudimentary, straightforward, stick people, I guess. That's how it is in my mind. So yeah, it shows them sort of pushing away this other group. And then the next thing just shows the sacrifice gone, the tree burning, and the smiling person frowning now. Then it shows this group, the other group that they're facing against, coming back. And then it shows this original group fleeing. And there's we have it. It does depict them going to different places, but there's not. How to put this? There's not enough identifiable iconography to determine what these places actually. I could go forest, and then they went to a forest. Which forest? Where? Etc. Etc. It just has general signs of outlandish nature. Not outlandish as in it's not real. Out beyond borders, more wild, savage, one might say.
The people in the carvings, do they look humanoid, more towards human, or is there any other distinguishing feature?
They do look humanoid. But they do have some distinguishing features. And this is sort of how you're able to identify one group versus the other. The group that they face against is basically clean, no markings or anything like that. These people are near fully painted. They're marked.
Like Nevros markings?
It'd be a fair assumption.
Does this remind me of anything I've seen previously in any of the tombs I've visited in the peninsula?
Roll me your background information.
Said the people they were fighting against look just
They were
plain.
they were markless. They didn't act any distinct, any prominent features, markings,
Form.
marks. Yeah. 21. You've come across, not necessarily in this sort of artistic style, not by any means, but you've come across Nevros, almost ruins, quote unquote. Nevros people don't really have long-standing structures, really. But you do have times where intermingled societies of Nevros and provincial things happened. They're usually on the twins, and that sort of influence sort of bleeds into the exchange, and from there to the peninsula itself. Nevros people intermingling with Frijarans is actually, it's not terribly common, but it's not terribly rare either. So you yourself have seen a good bit of this. You've seen this style before, the sort of storytelling style. Ones that lack words or any let's say, noticeable, I want to say traits, or like lessons, rather, mantras. Yeah, like there's no moral to this story. It's not meant to be like something meant to morally or ethically educate. It's meant to just be a raw record of history. Although usually in your observations on such depictions, it's usually Nevros fair against Nevros. I will say one thing with a 21 though, it's clear to you because this depiction is pretty common. It's very clear to you that the smiling and frowning face is some sort of fairy. And as for human sacrifice, well, yeah, plenty of people do that. Enjoy the lore, nerds.
This is a record of history. Plain and simple. As close to the truth as they are able to depict. That smiling figure is a fairy. Out of that I'm certain. I've seen this. Well, not this, but seen similar things in the past. This would be my guess, Nevros, and those are not. There is no lesson or moral here. It's a simple history. Well, history is never simple, but there you have it.
What? Out of game. Would it be like Nevros if it's over here? Because I thought Nevros was more like the provincial, like, continents.
Ain't that a mystery?
Yeah, like that is the bit. Like, I will tell you for free. Like, this is something that's, you know, according to colonial companies and the like beforehand and stuff like that, there were no people in this new land. The closest thing to people they found were Skorken, and you could tell that Skorken aren't exactly people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very nice thought.
To the place, the temple thing. Because that disappeared out of nowhere, didn't it? Yeah,
Rasheen. Oh, forgive me, Wes. Go on.
No. I was just going to say maybe it came from back home?
Well, it just appeared over here.
Yeah, maybe. Or something brought it over.
That's a mighty powerful force if it can teleport whatever the feck this is.
I will say that sorry to interrupt. From your ascent up the ziggurat, this place is either has a lot of floors or the floors it has are very big. So this is even this, because not all of it was up the water level when you guys stepped onto it, but you could tell on your way over, this place is huge. So instantly teleporting a large structure. Well, you saw the magic crystal on top, but yeah, go on, Tanem.
It is often the way of societies to assume that they are the center of everything. It is quite possible that similar culture has come to be here in this place, independently of ours. The same forces dictate and guide our fate. Often as we rebel against it.
Well, we'll find out eventually.
I hope so.
Is there anything else in the room besides the
Mirrors and the doorways.
That's it?
Rasheen.
Okay.
This tree here seems to me to be the focal point of their history, their culture. Are you familiar with any such tree, or the remnants of one? I would assume. I was since here it is depicted burning.
Would I be?
What you got? If you want to make long leaps or short steps of logic or assumption, it's up to you. What do you think it is?
Well, a lot of time. Large tree.
Either you cut out or
A lot of time, trees are used as a focal point to channel magical power. Seems likely that's what they would. Though any dealings with fairies will always end up the same way as it did for them.
Never mind.
I don't think he's gonna really cave on that opinion there.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know why I bothered.
Since we have 4 directions, I was thinking if you know of such a location, perhaps we may as well pick that. We have 4 doorways.
Any, mini, miny, mo?
Well, I don't know if it matters, but most people are guided north. Unless the birds think the opposite.
I will do something for you guys. I will type out the 4 archetypes that are depicted in the sequence that they, go on. Let's see. You guys want to extrapolate on that? You can. If not, then it is what it is. So, I will say first off, it starts at a coast. Not like a tropical coast, though. More like, headlands. Like the coast of Dover. So they're sort of sheer coasts. Not too dissimilar to what you guys have. Not to think about it. From there, it goes to a more verdant. I want to say plain. It's not, because a plain implies it's flat, but it's a more verdant environment.
Hills?
Not hilllands. It's not hilly. It's just not flat. Like, it still has hills here and there, but it's not like the Hilllands where it's like, instead of asking, oh, where is there a hill, in the Hilllands, you're basically asking, where is there not a hill? Or some sort of slope from a hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll put bumpy. I spelled right wrong, goddammit. Verdant. From there, it goes into a forest. And from there, it goes to something a bit more deserty.
Okay.
Is that in any particular order?
That's the order in which it's from. Again, if you're reading the story, it starts at the bottom and it goes in a clockwise manner. That is the manner in which it occurs. Like, those orders.
So the southern door would have coast on the, if we're facing it, on the right-hand side, and desert on the left side.
No, like this geographic journey that this group journeys is only but one chapter of their story. So, like, I would say it probably occupies like this area here. So that the bottom right corner, it's the end of this mural. It's the end of their journey. I will say another bit is that in the desert, because the Frajaran Peninsula, the Dawn Peninsula, which is the only desert place where Nevros could possibly go, not a massive leap of logic there, it is still a peninsula. So there's still water around it, obviously. the desert that is depicted does have water. It does depict like sea levels, or like below the dunes.
This reminds me of home.
So what do we think? I say we just pick a door and see what happens.
Well, Aminius, you are good with this sort of thing. What do you think?
Pick a card, any card.
Just literally roll a d4.
Should I do that?
Sure.
Sure.
Pick a direction.
Out of game. Again, this is just for your guys' like in storytelling.
Ooh.
There is a sequence to this. You can you can't brute force trial and error it.
Oh.
If you want to do that, then you can. I'm not gonna stop you. Again, it's your guys' story to tell. If you guys want to be like, how did we get through that puzzle? Oh, we just brute forced it. We just kept going. then that's something.
Is this the only mural in the room?
It occupies the entire so. We imagine chapter 1 is over here, them fighting the other group, and chapter 2 is
Gotcha.
yeah. So it spans the entire. It crawls like snakes across the entire room. It occupies all the walls of the place. And remember that this room is like 50 feet tall. So there's a lot of space for a lot of groups and surprisingly detailed fighting and stuff happening when this, as you guys go across the mural.
And you
But again, I'm just gonna simplify it down.
You said the story starts on the coast?
It starts. Well, it doesn't start in the coast. Like this chapter starts at the coast. So if we had to be here, I'll freehand it. Yellow. So we had chapter 1 in this quadrant, chapter 2 in this quadrant, chapter 3. That's really shit 3. 4. That's a really good 4. Chapter 4 starts with this group of people at the coast. I will also give another thing is as each 1, 2, 3, 4, as opposed to there's less and less people as it goes on.
And where are the most people?
The beginning?
The first one, the coast.
Start with
So,
closest to that.
Yeah.
so this one, so it basically goes teal. So it's this segment is coast. That's actually really shit because there's 4 sections and I could easily do this. Give me a second. So yeah, this first half is coast. Ignore that. This is the verdant part. This is the forest part. This is So those are the 4 sub-chapters of that chapter, of their journey, I guess. Of their span. It's up to you guys which one you want to pick. Just tell me north, south, east, or west.
I would be inclined to start at the beginning.
Me too. So that we're going along with the story thing.
Alright, we can certainly try it, find out. Is there anything in the doorway that gives any sort of indication? I am pretty uninformed when it comes to provincial history.
Rivera goes over to one of the doorways. Shakes his head. Just a lot of stone. Gives it a kick. Hacker is you lean against the post. Hacker. I was last him. Grabs the cup. Oh. Now? Really?
Is there any?
I'm bored.
Keep an eye out for evildoers approaching. Keep yourself entertained.
Is there anything else?
Anything else on the what?
Anything else?
Anything else on the walls?
No, just as
No, in the room, we're on the ground.
Oh, in the room? No, just the ladder that leads upwards, the doorways, and the mural that encompasses the walls. I guess it's more like a wall carving, but it's painted.
Can I look a little closer on the depiction of the desert peninsula style area?
Sure. What are you looking for?
How closely does it resemble home? Like, is it similar in a way that it could be, or is it like it's probably, or is it similar?
It's probably, I would say. Like the Frajara Peninsula is renowned as one of the few desolate places in the world. I will put it to you like this: like, even on my map, there's no other desert in existence on the entire world map. Just there.
Question.
Yes.
How are they getting from the coast to the Verdant?
Walking. Sure, like simple travel. No horses, no, I don't know, magic flight or something like that. No. They're hoofing it with the 2 legs the gods granted unto them.
I am fairly certain this is the peninsula, my home. This could be the rest of Meranis, for all I know. Are you are from different places? Does any of this look familiar?
Can everyone make me a background roll? Or a history roll? One or the other.
Let's see which one I've got higher.
Alright, well...
I almost want to use...
can't-
I want to use unusual competence. I'm tempted to, just because, like, that's insulting.
It's up to you.
What would the attribute be? Would it be like,
Wisdom or intelligence?
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone else is fine.
okay, which one's, okay, intelligence.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a group chat. I like that doesn't matter.
Ooh, somebody got a nat 1.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm looking 12, that's not much better.
Alright. With a 21 and a 24, I will tell you, the 2 of you, not that this information is going to be secret, I'm just going to say it anyways. This sequence of geographies corresponds to different parts of Moranis, with the end being the Dawn Peninsula, the exchange on the way there, stuff like that, which is, obviously to the east. As for which parts of of Moranis correspond to which of the other 3, that's up for you to decipher.
How are you guys on history?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Would you like a map of the provinces as assistance, perhaps?
I would appreciate that, yeah. 'Cause
I think I've
Not
got
my
a copy
strong
of it,
suit.
actually. I think I remember I nicked it from you like ages.
You nicked it from me.
Yeah, I remember you put it up in the chat and I was like, I'm...
If you want to put it there again, I'd
Desiree?
save me like. That's the name of a fairy in town. Desiree.
Here we go.
I have a slightly incorrect one, but for your guys' purposes, it should be. It's basically the border between Silpho and Harlan should be much more to the right.
Yeah, that's the one I've got.
That was the first iteration of the border drawing.
Right. It
And then
didn't
I
change
said,
too
nah.
much.
It didn't change too much, no. It's just that Silpho is supposed to have more territory, and it's supposed to meet in the twins, or at the little corner of the twins.
I would argue, or speculate, I should say, that this here must depict the arrival of, I point to everyone, our ancestors, potentially. And the Nevros, which we all know have been driven back. This could be the first of such wars, or one of many, I do not know.
What's it doing here, though? This is like
Currently
everything in this
threatening an
thing's
entire
like.
town.
Har
Yeah.
har.
But I mean, it's literally like a world away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it would. So it would go 1, 3.
You think
2,
whatever they're fighting on the waterfronts could have brought this up?
Hmm?
Oh no, it's...
Yeah, it's up to you guys to decide which one I try first. I have no
I'd
idea.
rather go for the start the story than like work down, work our way through even. The corresponding door for that.
All right, here. Well, I'll cut it quick. If you have no vote, just put question mark, you know, or an X or something. That means you abstain. Okay.
That was fast.
And then from there, it's north, south,
I have no
east,
idea
west.
how
Which one do you want to
this
tap onto first?
Which ones? Which? Oh
North,
wait,
south,
yeah,
east,
wait,
west.
wait, wait, yeah, yeah, I see.
What about West?
Oh, east,
That's a good vote for west.
north. Oh god, I'm trying to work out which ones.
So what is west?
This one's west.
Oh, okay. Is that
I'm not telling you like if you got the answers correct or not. So
is that number? But which number is for? Is that the coast one?
I don't know. You just...
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out.
Yeah. All right.
Puzzle time.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go take a nap.
I believe west would be a coast because the east would. South would be verdant, like the Heartlands, and north would be forest, like the Twins or the Wheel.
Yeah, it would.
All right. Okay.
It's
Trust in you.
yeah, it would follow the
Oh, it's following the cardinal directions on the map? Or...
no, it would follow the campaign, as it were, the pushback of the Nevros in the opposite direction. They start on the coast, so west, and then as the murals depict them being pushed further and further east.
So,
Okay.
sounds like we got some votes for west.
Yeah, I'll join in on that as well. I've changed my mind. That's a fair. I
Alright.
like this.
Unanimous vote for west. Now, there's no wrong answer for this. I'm just curious. How do you decide to activate it? It could be as simple as walk your face into the wall, but how do you think you activate it? Because there's nothing through there. Just a wall.
Is there any like? Can I see if there's any like buttons or like runes or something that you'd like push?
Roll investigation.
Roll investigation.
Take one of my. Oh, actually,
Don't see shit,
8.
Cat.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
take a
take one of
setback.
my one of the daggers, and I'll cut a little nick in my hand, and I'll smear some blood on the opening of the door frame.
Okay. I'm not gonna make a roll damage or anything like that. You nick your, well, let's say your middle finger, flip off the door as you do blood magic on it, and begin sort of smearing it, and then your blood is sort of seeps into the wall.
Oh.
Because again, keep in mind the stone of this entire structure. This is waterlogged stone. It's damp. It's very porous, just through erosion and constant currents and stuff like that. It's obviously been in the water for a good time. As Tatum, you bleed onto the stone of the west doorway. You're waiting for something to happen, and you guys all hear, and you guys notice that the ladder, the shaft of the ladder, no jokes, is it begins sort of trickling, just. And then the rungs of the ladder the rungs in the sides of the ladder sort of begin getting eroded away. And the trickling very quickly goes from just a little trickling to like a burst pipe to a flood. Just imagine getting, the equivalent, a bunch of protest suppressing fire hoses getting flooded into the room onto you guys right now. It hurts. It actually sort of does knock the wind out of you. It's the point of protest suppressing, fire hoses. And the room, surprisingly quickly, and you realize, sort of realizing that it's not just the ladder, it's also the doorways themselves are just spewing out water. It's as if, I know we'll get this reference. It's as if you open a portal to the bottom of the ocean. Except, it doesn't, cut you in half and kill you. Which is what would happen if you open a portal to the bottom of the ocean while you're above land. Can all of you make me Constitution saving throws? Good start.
What's the thing called? Because I have to use it at some point. Can I use unusual competence on a saving throw? No, it's a skill check. Well, shit. That's fun. Guess I'm taking the 8. At least
Isn't there one specifically for saving throws?
Yeah. I already
We use all of those, yeah.
Escape plan, yeah.
I used all the corner ones I discovered, and I have just the middle ones left.
My